Now it's time for our show and tell of the week. And this week we're talking about things that are unexpectedly exhausting. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Crimson and hear what was unexpectedly exhausting in your world recently.
So mine, it shouldn't be unexpected, but it was taking the kids to Chicago. It is my son's 13th birthday, so we let him decide where to go for a spring break, and we always do the beach. He's like, I want to go to a big city. And instead of New York, I was like, let's do Chicago. My sister lived there for 15, 20 years. It feels like a second home. I wanted to show him it. It's easy to get to. Everything sounded easy. Like, I know where to park. I know what activities to do. I can plan a Chicago trip like with my eyes closed in 15 minutes. But then reality hit. We get to Chicago, we do the bean. We get the bean done. And then we're like, well, we'll just walk to the pier. We walk all the way to the pier. Walk
From the
back
bean?
from, yeah. And it's great that our kids are like old enough to survive these things. But then we walk back to Millennium Park, which we got lost. So that was like extra. So we get to our Airbnb, we go have dinner, we go to bed, and we wake up at 3 a.m. to someone banging on our door. There was a leak in the building, and there was just like water pouring down walls. So night one, no sleep, right? But it didn't stop us because like we're there, and now our Airbnb's like ripped apart. Walls are down, fans are going. We knocked it all out. I mean, we did the Natural History Museum, or no, I'm sorry, we did the balloon exhibit, which was amazing. If you're in Chicago, Dallas, or Madrid, Spain, go do that exhibit or look for the balloon exhibit coming. It was one of the coolest things I have done. But we also did the museum, the science and industry. We did the Shed Aquarium. We also did the sports museum and Nike Town and shopping, and like we got it all in, and the kids were great and honest, and I think the adrenaline and like them not being jerks got me through. But holy shit, I'm exhausted. I did not expect to be this exhausted from this trip. I just thought this is the easy one. I feel like with a beach, you bring a bunch of equipment and you plan and you have all this stuff and you walk the beach every day. And I just thought, oh, this is going to Chicago in a cute little apartment. We'll just Uber around. Oh no, I'm tired. And as you know, it's been nonstop since. So unexpectedly exhausted from spring break.
Yeah, we called this unexpectedly exhausting, and mine's the same. Like, I should have known that this was exhausting.
A trip with
So,
kids is usually, but I'm
I
like,
mean, yeah, it makes like, I'm like, how did you ever think? But, sometimes we forget.
well,
Or
kids
we
weren't the
just,
exhausting. It was, I'm old and cities are harder and everything was hard and buildings break and pipes burst. I mean, it was just weird stuff happened too. But like, yeah, it was unexpected only because I've done Chicago. I mean, you're like that. You've been to Chicago a lot
yeah, I
too.
mean, and I think yours probably fits the bill a little bit more than mine. Because what I'm going to say is going to sound laughable because it's going to sound like I'm a real dum-dum for not thinking that this was going to be exhausting. But here we go. I decided to replace all of the 80s tile in my kitchen with huge grout lines with a mineral concrete plaster finish.
What?
All the DIY influencers influenced me that this was going to be easy. And I am 4 days into it, and easy is not the word I would use to describe this experience.
Would
And
you
this,
would you describe this experience as unexpectedly exhausting?
I didn't think it would be this exhausting. I mean, I have worked. And it's not like, I mean, I've got young kids. It's not like I'm just sitting around all day. I'm running around with them. But like, there's a certain type of strain that happens to your back when you have to bend over the counter to reach the tile backsplash underneath the other cabinets. I mean, it's not easy. This is not an easy DIY. This was a full commit in the way that like I didn't fully
Commit.
right? It's going to look great. It's going to be great. I mean, at the end of the day, I had 100 square feet of 80s tile, kitchen countertop with huge grout lines. So, like, I hope it looks good. I hope it looks better. But if I don't have to clean that many grout lines, like, it's going to be a win.
It will be a win.
Solid
Unless it's a
freaking
Pinterest
win.
fail.
Let's hope not. Because I'm at that point in any DIY process that happens where you're like, I am trusting the vision that got me here. Because I don't see it at this moment. But like it's like I've got rough concrete all over my countertops, right? I also didn't really think about the fact that it was going to do hell to my hands. And like, I have an event on Saturday. So that was fun to basically like realize I have to scrub my hands down, go get a manicure, not touch this project for a couple of days. Like, that felt particularly exhausting. And then I read the directions. It requires two. First of all, because of all this tile, I'm going to have to put 3 layers of the concrete on versus the expected 2. So I'm waiting for more concrete now from my supplier.
Ugh.
And then I have to put 2 different types of sealants on it. Sealant number 1, standard, I guess, usual sealant, right? You just roll it on.
Yeah.
Easy, right?
Oh, of
Let's hope
course.
so. It's like I do 2 rounds of that, and then I got to do 1 round of this like super specialty, very expensive sealant at the end. And I went to read those directions yesterday. Again, just assuming, easy peasy. And the directions literally start off by saying, get your airless sprayer. What is an airless sprayer? Well, an airless sprayer is a specialty tool for sealants and other coverings of material. It's like a $500 tool. So, okay, don't have that. And then the directions go on and they're like, it's totally fine. You can put it on by hand. Super easy. Really, really easy. You just make V's and do it fast. And as long as you're a skilled crew, it's going to be totally fine. Don't know that I would call myself a skilled crew, but I'm going to have to believe in myself. Now, I'm not just going this alone. I've had almost 3 days worth of help from my friend who is like a local real estate flipper magnet. And she seems to know what she's doing because this is her job. It's her profession, you know?
Right. Thank God for experts.
But yeah, it's going to be awesome. That countertop was like bad. So like it can't be worse.
It's just the path there.
The path there, I really tried to prep. You know, they say that prep is the #1 predictor of like your outcome for DIY
Yeah.
projects. And I cleaned that countertop. Oh, I cleaned it. I used my favorite tool, my force of nature. I used that multiple times on it. Like, I cleaned that countertop so much. It's like the only day it was cleaner was probably the day we moved in because the people that we bought the house were fastidious. So I'm exhausted. I'm covered in concrete. I'm maybe a third of the way through the project.
Oh my gosh. That's not far.
I have help to finish the final layer of the concrete, which hopefully we'll be doing on Sunday if the materials come in time. And then the other part of this is that this is just a step 1 of multiple steps. Of
Wait, you're
redoing this kitchen.
1/3 of the way.
Just the countertop. I'm a third of the way through the countertop. But after we're done with the countertop, then I got to do a tile backsplash. And then I got to replace some knobs and some outlets. We got some things we got to do. It'll be great. I mean, this is the biggest part of the project. Everything else will be, maybe the tile backsplash might be, you might be hearing me talk about how that was unexpectedly anxiety producing. I expect it to make another appearance in the podcast because, like many wannabe DIYers, I never fully or appropriately account for the amount of emotional labor that goes into a project like this. And that is why my concrete countertops were unexpectedly exhausting because I didn't think about it, really.
Well, Lori, I thought about mine and it was still unexpectedly exhausting. So cheers to TikTok getting you in a mess, but it will be beautiful.